Welcome, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube this afternoon. We've got an early afternoon game here, or mid-afternoon game here on a Friday. Brett Loftus alongside me, Dalton Mueller. Neutral side action as the Huntingdon Hawks, as well as the North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops playing some action this evening. As I mentioned, there we got men's basketball player Dalton Mueller here with me. Dalton, what are you expecting out of these two teams, two neutral site teams this afternoon?
I'm just excited to see a fast-paced game. I think both these teams are looking to run the floor early and get some good shots up on the rim and hopefully create some chaos on D. I think that's what both teams like to do, and that's the style they like to play with, and hopefully we'll get to see some of that today.
USA South East-West Conference, something big that the conference is putting on this season. Didn't see the other side last season. North Carolina Wesleyan, they were able to win the USA South Eastern Division title last season. As you know, your Lions, the Piedmont Lions, were able to get and be runner-ups on the Western Divisional side. As for the Huntingdon Hawks, they are on the Western side, so the Lions were able to see them last season. They got a really good ball club. They are 1-0, including a 106-91 win against Birmingham Southern. They put up a lot of points, Dalton. Expect to see much of the same of that today?
I do. I think that fast-paced action plays in their hand, and with them getting out and getting shots up early on the rim, I think we're going to be able to see them make a lot of shots and then try to create some chaos on D to get the ball back and keep that high-score game going.
North Carolina Wesleyan, as we know, Coach Jamie Purdy with the Lions has been a powerhouse on the western side of the USA South Conference. North Carolina Wesleyan's kind of been that on the eastern side. You mentioned the defensive side of the ball. We mentioned offense for Huntingdon, defense for NC Wesleyan. What are you expecting out of them today?
I think they're going to try to get up in Huntingdon and try to get them to create unforced, turnovers right there and make them overthink, overreact, and cause them to kind of just collapse on themselves. I think that's what Wesleyan's going to try to do and use that to their advantage and run the floor, get some easy ones.
I know real quick, about 40 seconds before we go into the national anthem, I know Greg Neely, the head men's coach, he loves to have you guys in some full court press. You expect to see some of that today?
I expect to see some of that from both sides a little bit, and depending on whether it works for them or not, we'll see how long they stay in it, but we'll definitely see it at some point.
All right, we're going to have the national anthem here in about 25 seconds. Have the national anthem, and we come back out of that. We'll have the starting five for both sides here as the Huntingdon Hawks and the battling Bishops from North Carolina Wesleyan going to battle it out here, and we'll have all the action right here. Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Dalton Mueller here, right here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube for this neutral site matchup. USA South East-West tournament this weekend. First game of this tournament is going to be NC Wesleyan, the Battling Bishops, and then the Huntingdon Hawks. Dalton, you're going to have a starting five for the Hawks there. Who is Huntingdon? The first five out on the floor from them this evening.
The first five out there for Huntingdon. There's going to be leading off with number 2, Janiah Mintz, followed by number 3, Rye Whetstone, followed by 15, A.B. Davis, number 23, Alina Shoemaker, and finishing up 32, Destiny Cross.
For the Battling Bishops of North Carolina Wesleyan, it's going to be number 2, Kayla Johnson, number 4, Nadia Simmons, number 11, Kara Taylor, number 21, Deanna Adams, and then number 25, it's going to be Charisma Harrison. It's your starting five for the Battling Bishops. It's a pair of teams who are 1-0 on the season. North Carolina Wesleyan 1-0 as well as the Hawks. Wesleyan played a bit of better defense in their opening matchup as they were able to defeat Mid-Atlantic Christian 81-36. So one team is going to get their first loss of the season here this afternoon. Tip at the start. North Carolina Wesleyan wins the tip. Harrison wins it. Harrison had 14 points in her season debut. She gets it down low on the block. Good defense played there by Destiny Cross.
Good backside help right there, not letting anything easy into the post.
And Dalton has a big man. I mean, that's something you see all the time. Saw that last night from you. What is the kind of the threshold there when you want to play some good defense on that cutting action, but, obviously not get a foul?
Really just trying to make sure that you're going in there, going straight up, not swatting at the ball or anything. No, 32 right there, Destiny Cross did a great job of just trying to get in there, hit the ball, and not hit the defender on the arm.
Wesleyan passing it around here. Adams hand off to Johnson. Johnson down to Harrison. And a blocking foul called on Janiah Mintz.
Mintz almost in.
Go ahead.
Mintz almost in position right there. Just ended up being right on the arc, and 10 times out of 10, you're inside that arc. It's going to be a blocking call.
Harrison was in the act of shooting, so she'll go to the line to shoot 2 here. Almost can hear a pin drop here in Cave Arena. We are allowing fans back this season. This is not the pandemic-shortened season of 2020-21. However, with it only being only a few fans from each side in here, pretty quiet this afternoon, this evening. One of two from the line that time for Harrison. She does get the Battling Bishops ahead, 1-0. Hawks have it now. Mintz gives it over to the top of the key to Cross. Cross over on the left wing to Shoemake. Shoemake puts up the right-hander. Hey! Able to get that one home. Hawks take a 2-1 lead.
Great.
There goes that full court pressure right here.
Full court right here. That's what we're talking about. It was a great baseline drive right there, and she made her pay by getting right there up off the glass.
Right wing, Taylor has it. Taylor dribbles top of the key. Man-to-man shown here by Huntingdon. And a good drive, but a steal there. As Rye Whetstone able to get that steal. Whetstone, we saw her play last year. As Huntingdon has a roster full of returners, some veteran leadership. Can that propel them to the win today? Putting that one up, Destiny Cross. As the Hawks are ahead now, 4-1. Destiny Cross, a junior forward from Merridenville, Alabama. And another turnover from North Carolina Wesleyan. Wesleyan not looking like themselves early on here. Already with 2 turnovers. Top of the key, driving to her left. Shoemake trying to get it down low there to Cross. Good save out of bounds by the Battling Bishops as Kayla Johnson brings it up. Over in the corner now. Driving baseline, dishing out to the corner for 3. Kara Taylor cannot get that one to go home. Huntingdon grabs the defensive board, Janiah Mintz. Over to Shoemake. Shoemake has it right on top of the line, low go. And an intercepted pass there. Nadia Simmons with the steal. She has it poked. In transition, A.B. Davis. Bingo! 6-1 run here for Huntingdon to begin the ball game. A.B. Davis scored 26 points in the season opener for the Hawks when they defeated Birmingham Southern 106-91.
This full court pressure for Huntington seemed to mess with Wesleyan a little bit. They've been able to get some turnovers, get some easy runouts to the basket.
A good swing out pass and a wide open three-pointer. Hits the rim and off. Heads up play there from Deanna Adams as North Carolina Wesleyan retains possession. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 6:58 left here in the first quarter of play. Get a stoppage in action here. We want to reset the shot clock is what the referees know. Substitution time for the battling Bishops is now onto the floor. Giovanna Jones, senior from Gaithersburg, Maryland, steps on the floor as Simmons steps off. Trying to swing it down low. Shot clock violation there. The shot clock was reset. A bit of confusion, I think, there from the battling Bishops.
The Bishops didn't realize that the shot clock was reset to 5, so they were trying to run a little action and ended up running out of time right there by not looking at the clock.
Whistle blown. Some confusion down there at our table. Shot clock is stopped at 25 as Huntington now inbounds the ball right on top of the Cave Arena logo. Shoemake to bring it up. Handoff. Mincy, top of the key now, Cross. Cross swinging it over to the left wing. A.B. Davis pulls up from 15 feet, hits the rim and all. Rebound, Harrison. Steal. Now a mid-range shot here. Hawks cannot convert. Harrison with another aggressive defensive board. Across the floor now over to Johnson. Kayla Johnson also had 14 points in her season debut. Down low on the block. And a dive piece there from Harrison to Kayla Johnson. First field goal make of the day for Wesleyan. 6-3 ball game. Hawks are in front.
It was great high-low action with a nice little back screen. Way to finish it out there and find the connection for the easy two.
Dalton Mueller, if you're just tuning us with us, his second appearance as a broadcaster in his Piedmont career. His fourth season as a big man on the Piedmont University men's team. Coast to coast right there, Kara Taylor. Dalton, what do you think of that one, seeing a little guard action right there?
That was nice. We were talking in the pregame show about the fast-paced action and trying to get up and run the floor, and that's what they were trying to do the whole time. They just finally get a chance to do it, and they cashed in on it.
North Carolina Wesleyan, they turned over the ball 5 times. However, they are shooting 50% from the field. So when they don't turn it over, they're getting good looks all offensively. Top of the key here, Davis, long three-pointer air ball. Harrison gets the board. Trying to find an outlet pass is tipped. Kayla Johnson puts up the floater, doesn't hit anything. Rebound there by Davis. It was poked loose, and one. Mid-ranger knocked down by Giovanna Jones. She'll go to the line to convert the three-point play, or with the potential to convert the three-point play. Stepping off the floor, Johnson steps off the floor here for NC Wesleyan is Misha Best. Junior guard from Goldsboro, North Carolina, steps on the floor. Jones does convert the three-point play. 8-6. North Carolina Wesleyan stands in front now. Brooklyn Oden as well as Jemiah Brogland step on as Mincy and Whetstone are off for the Hawks. Left wing. And a hook shot put up. Harrison says, not in my house. As that shot was from Oden, Brooklyn Oden, 5'10" forward, sophomore from Helena, Alabama. Her first shot of the day rejected. Huntington looks to inbound with 11 seconds on the shot clock. That one top of the key, shot fake. Driving down, beautiful floater, and good. It's off the right hand of Jemiah Brogland. The Floridian ties it back up here for Huntington. Steal by Davis. A.B. Davis puts one up too strong. Jump ball called here. Possession arrow in favor of Huntington. Coming on the floor now, Erica Lockhart, 5'8" junior guard, steps onto the floor now for Davis. Inbound able to get in for Huntington. Left wing here. Now from the right wing, Shoemake drives down, puts it up with the right hand and all. Rebound, Taylor. Taylor handoff here. Three-pointer up, back rim and off. Rebound there for NC Wesleyan. Harrison has it in the corner. Feeds it through now to Jones. Jones stopped a key. Swinging it around here, Best in the corner. Best pulls up from the elbow. That's good. NC Wesleyan back in front now, 10-8.
All created right there by Jones being able to get in and get an offensive rebound, keep that possession alive.
Seeing the man-to-man being kind of leaned back on a little bit here, Dalton. As that one's up and good, ties the ball game back from the right hand of Jemiah Brogland. But as I was saying there, full court pressure steal, errant pass, Huntington ball. Seeing some man-to-man being ran today, and you know, just from a personal perspective, what do you usually like to run more? Man-to-man, zone defense. What do you think works? What do you like better?
I think it just depends on like your team, the team that you're playing, your opponent, whether they have some outside shooters or if they're a little bit they don't have that shooters, you can play a little bit of zone and make them kind of shoot that shot and see if they're going to hit or not. And both teams right now sticking with the man-to-man, so there's probably not a lot of outside shooting presence, and we can kind of see that a little bit. It's a close game.
Some pulled for downtown, rolls around, and it is good. Drano.
Just as we talk about having not an outside presence, go out there and make one.
Dalton Mueller experiences a broadcaster's jinx. Whistle blown here. Thought we were going to have a jump ball and a travel called here. Huntington retains possession. 3 on and 3 off for NC Wesleyan as Naisha Best, Ariana Harris, and Nadia Simmons step back on the floor as Taylor, Adams, and Harrison step off. This one from the left wing, shot fake here. Battling Bishop hits the floor. That's number 24, Naisha Best. Whistle blown here in Wesleyan ball. Full court pressure still shown here from Huntington. Able to get into the front court now to Jones. Jones crossed the floor to Best. Best from downtown, rimming off. Jones fights for the rebound. Reset back up top to Best. Naisha Best and Maisha Best in the backcourt now for North Carolina Wesleyan. Maisha pulls up a floater from the corner, trying to get that board, chasing it out of bounds. For Huntington was Destiny Cross, bounced around. Huntington still awarded with the possession. LaQuaria Mays, also known as L, steps onto the floor now. L is a sophomore guard from Birmingham. Stepping off, Destiny Cross. Also, Harrison steps back onto the floor as Giovanna Jones steps off for the battling Bishops. 2 minutes of play left here in the first quarter. Up by 3, the Hawks over the Bishops, 13-10. Hawks have it here. Top of the key. And a 3-second violation called here on Erica Lockhart as the battling Bishops regain possession. And Dalton, you being a big man yourself, how are you able to have the mental presence and to know, hey, I've been down here too long, I got to get out of the paint?
You just got to have that mental, like, internal clock. A lot of it just comes with experience and playing and feeling for it. A lot of times when you get it called is because you got somebody smaller on you and you're like, you want the ball and they're just not looking at you.
10-second violation called here. Naisha Best was trying to get it into the front court, not able to do so as the shot clock was at 18. Referees having some discussion here. 22 seconds called to be put on the shot clock. 1:41 on the game clock. As Naisha Best to inbound here. Waiting something here. Looks like the head coach for the Huntingdon Hawks getting some explanation from the referee there on the near sideline. Head coach Paige Huff for the Hawks. As for North Carolina Wesleyan, it is Artina Trader. Hawks able to force a turnover. They have it back on offense. A good drive, but a block there from Charisma K. Harrison. Trap there from Huntingdon. Foul call. Foul called there on Cassidy Crawford.
I had a great trap right there. Just ended up reaching in and trying to steal the ball and got unlucky.
And you know, not to jinx anything here for the Battling Bishops, North Carolina Wesleyan not committed a foul yet in the ball game. How about that? Wesleyan from the top of the key. Interception there from Jemiah Broglin. Broglin gets it into the front court. Driving baseline, putting it up. It is good. Erica Lockhart. 2 more on the board now for the Hawks. Back on the other end, Odin commits the shooting foul there. As going to the line to shoot to Harris, Ariana Harris, for the Battling Bishops. Now stepping off the floor, Simmons and Best, Maisha Best, step off as Jones and Taylor back in the ball game. First free throw up and no good from Ariana Harris. North Carolina Wesleyan did not participate last season. However, they were 15-1. Excuse me, they did participate last season on a shortened schedule. They went 15-1 overall last season, including 12-0 in the USA South, as we mentioned pregame, finishing first in the Eastern Division of the USA South. 1 of 2 from the line that time for Ariana Harris as she checked out. Kayla Johnson, back on the floor. Missed shot there, good rebound as she was falling away there by Jones. Johnson puts it up on the other end for the Battling Bishops. Ball bouncing around. Harrison able to gather it. Down low to Jones. Jones missing it. Gets her own offensive board. 22 seconds on the play clock. 16 on the shot clock. Best calls out to play. Over in the corner to Johnson. Johnson shoots the three-pointer, back rim and all. Johnson gave a little push there to Broglin. Foul called on North Carolina Wesleyan. Their first foul of the afternoon. So they committed their first foul without getting out of the first quarter here. Dalton Mueller. Some very poised play here. Huntingdon trying to get it up quickly. And a beautiful shot put up there, not able to go home from Crawford. And a Euro step at half court shot put up by Kara Taylor, not able to get it home. After quarter number 1, the Huntingdon Hawks lead the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops by 4, 15-11. When we come back, we'll have the second quarter of this neutral site USA South Conference matchup. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back to the second quarter of play here from Cave Arena between the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops and the Hawks from Huntingdon College. Brett Lawrence is alongside me. Dalton Mealer here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. And K. Harrison gets us started here off in the second quarter of play as North Carolina Wesleyan cuts that deficit back down to 2, 15 to 13.
Great follow-up and put back right there. And,
getting this one up now for the Battling Bishops. And it will be Johnson, Harrison, as well as Simmons. You see her put up that shot. It goes. Deanna Adams and Kara Taylor all on the five, on the floor right now for North Carolina Wesleyan. For the Hawks from Huntingdon, it is Rye Whetstone. Kinston Davis pulling that shot. Whetstone, it is up, and it is good. Also be Erica Lockhart, as well as, yes, Alina Shoemake. Also on the floor there, trying to see who that is, see who else that is. Yes, Shoemake gets nabbed with the foul there. As it also be Cassidy Campbell, the 5 on the floor there for Huntingdon. To shoot Kara Taylor from the line, graduate point guard from Annapolis, Maryland. Converts there on the first free throw attempt. She has 3 on the afternoon. Second free throw also up and good. We're back to a tie ball game here. 17-17, 8:45 left in the first half of play. Man-to-man still being shown here by both sides. Taylor tips the pass, able to get the steal. Trying to go coast to coast. Not able to get that layup to go. And getting the board, Janiyah Mincy. Good defense here. Active hand shown there by Deanna Adams.
Wesleyan a little more active in the gaps this first minute and a half of this quarter. Trying to get up in Huntingdon a little bit and keep them uncomfortable out there. Huntingdon looked a little comfortable that last quarter. So
yeah, Huntingdon got out to a 6-1 run. Looked like they were starting to settle in offensively. And Wesleyan able to put some pressure on, I'd say, for about the last 7 minutes of the first quarter.
Really picked it up, hopefully trying to keep that going right here as they try to get more in the gaps a little bit.
Good crossover move to the bucket. Kinston Davis gives the Hawks their lead right back, 19-17. Kayla Johnson, top of the key here. Calls out the play. Handoff to Adams. Now from the corner. Drano. Kayla Johnson with a long mid-range shot ties it back up. And a dime piece there from Deanna Adams. Both offenses showing off here early on in the second quarter. Hawks have it on the right wing. Good crossover move. Over to the left wing, a pump fake, and a step back 3 now, back rim and off from Shoemake. Taylor brings it up. Good crossover move at the wing, but a steal here. As taking the top of the key, resetting Mincy. Mincy gets it back now from Shoemake on the left wing, back to Shoemake. Shoemake gives it to the corner. Drano! And a dime piece there as Cassidy Campbell knocks that three-pointer home. Hawks again take the lead, 22-19. Foul called there on Kinston Davis. Didn't look like she wanted to argue that one too much.
Hawks dropping out of the full court pressure right there. Interesting to see why that's the case. The first quarter they were able to create 10 turnovers with having that full court pressure. So whether they're trying to save a little energy towards the end of the game, who knows.
Rye Whetstone steps off. Destiny Cross back on the floor. And we're in a little bit of some crosshairs here as the ball is stuck in the net. And senior women's soccer player Julia Gibb down there on sweeper duties hands a sweeper to Destiny Cross.
I might need to go down there and get that unstuck real quick, honestly.
Destiny
there you go.
Yes, getting it there. The hero,
Nailed it.
Kinston Davis, the freshman guard from Alabama. Alabama. Don't defend any Mobile natives. 17 seconds to inbound here. Taylor to inbound for the Battling Bishops. Gets it into Johnson. Harrison swinging it around now. Adams now over in the corner. Simmons back out. Driving, right-handed floater up, no good. So that one was from Deanna Adams. Getting it in the corner. Little pump fake there. And they'll say she walked. Cassidy Campbell getting nabbed for that one. Six and a half left here in the first half of play. The Huntington Hawks up by 3 over the Battling Bishops from North Carolina Wesleyan. Right here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Your hometown Lady Lions will play host to Averett up next here, the Averett Cougars. As that will be at 6 o'clock or 30 minutes after the conclusion of this first game, whichever one comes first. Stepping back onto the floor now, A.B. Davis.
Great little give and go action right there between Harris and Taylor, which is leaded up with Taylor on the line right now to shoot 2.
First free throw up and good from Kara Taylor. Taylor now with 5 points on the afternoon. A whistle blown here. Coach Paige Huff getting some kind of explanation down there on the Huntington bench. Second free throw by Taylor, up and good as well. Taylor bringing the Battling Bishops back within 1, as she now has 6 points on the afternoon, including being perfect from the charity stripe, 4 for 4. Just call her Wendy's, man. How about that? A little 4 for 4 action. A.B. Davis behind the bag, mid-range jumper off. Campbell hustles for that rebound. Tip pass, though. Nadia Simmons comes up with a steal for North Carolina Wesleyan. Taylor, 6 points on the afternoon. Driving baseline. Foul called here on Cassidy Campbell. And stepping off for the Bishops, Nadia Simmons back on Giovanna Jones. To inbound, Kayla Johnson now for Wesleyan. Gets it in to Taylor. Taylor guarded closely here by A.B. Davis. Dribbling to her left, getting over in the corner to Johnson. Johnson guarded closely. Finds Harrison. Harrison finds an open Adams, Harrison tried to save it back on the back of the backboard, so that's out of bounds. Turnover, NC Wesleyan, possession, Huntington. Now NC Wesleyan showing a bit of full court pressure here, Dalton.
Trying to get up in them and make sure that Huntington's not real comfortable. It's a little bit of what I like to call a little dummy pressure, make sure they're not just getting up and getting right into their offensive action. Takes a little time off the shot clock, too.
So it's the top of the key to Campbell. Campbell's shown she can shoot it this afternoon. 1 for 1 from downtown. Drano. Cassidy Campbell. Did I call that one or what? How about that one, Dalton? 2 for 2 from downtown now. 6 points on the afternoon. And more importantly, a 4-point lead for Huntington. Now Kayla Johnson to pull it. She's not able to get it home. Rebound, A.B. Davis. Top of the key now, right wing over to Davis. Davis guarded closely here by Adams. Adams able to tip it free, and they'll call back court violation. Davis had it ripped from her, trying to recover that one. Just barely nipped that half-court line, and that is a turnover. Maisha Bass steps back onto the floor now for Harrison, as well as Giovanna Jones on the floor. Best on for Harrison. Jones already on the floor. Pardon me there. 3-point shot taken here, rim and off by Adams. Giovanna Adams. Foul called here on Giovanna Jones. Campbell to inbound here. Shoemate brings it up now for the Hawks. 4:17 left here in the first half. Campbell, good crossover move. Tries to feed it down low. Just able to get her hands on that pass. Now Campbell back to the top of the key. Trying to go coast to coast. What a move there by Taylor. Not able to get it home. As emerging from that one, Destiny Cross with the board.
There's that fast-paced action we were talking about. They're trying to run the floor and get some easy, quick ones right there.
And what a move there from Alina Shoemake. Put the Hawks up now by 6. The head coach from North Carolina Wesleyan, Coach Artina J. Trader, in her 13th season with the Battling Bishops, will burn a timeout. A 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. 3:39 left in the first half of play. Hawks up by 6. Brett Lawson alongside Dalton Mueller. Dalton, we talked about it at the end of the game. We cannot reiterate this enough. North Carolina Wesleyan, great defense. Huntingdon, great offense. That Huntingdon Hawks offense is powering through right now to be up by 6.
They're just finding ways to get to the rim easily. It looks like the defense is just a little too slow on a couple steps right there, allowing them to get to the rim, and then you got Campbell coming in off the bench, knocking down 2 outside threes, and there's a 6-point lead right there.
Yeah, 9 different scores for Huntingdon today. I mean, this is a collective effort being led by Cassidy Campbell with 6. Shoemake and Brogland also have 4 apiece as well. On the other side, Kara Taylor leading the Battling Bishops with 6 points on the afternoon. Best has it left wing over to Johnson. Johnson gives it back over to Adams. Adams right wing Taylor. Taylor directing the offense here. Playing a little quarterback action. She dishes it down on the pick and roll, trying to find Jones. Jones saves it back to Taylor. Taylor through the lane. Almost had an and one opportunity just left of the basket. As Taylor goes to the line to shoot 2 more here.
Great awareness to see that the shot clock's running down right there and trying to get right to the rim to be able to get either a foul called like she did or get an easy lay-in for 2.
Campbell and Shoemake step off of the floor here. As back on Odin as well as Cross, if I'm not mistaken. Taylor converts on that one. As North Carolina Wesleyan had been scoreless in their last 3.5 minutes, finally able to get one in the bottom of their net there. Odin and Brogland back in for Shoemake and Campbell. Ariana Harris back in the ball game as Deanna Adams takes a seat for North Carolina Wesleyan. Taylor still perfect from the charity stripe this afternoon, 6 for 6. Bringing up the ball for Huntingdon, Jemiah Brogland. Brogland 4 points on the afternoon. Gets it to Cross. Cross back to Brogland. Brogland on the left wing. She gets it over now to Mincy. Mincy drives through the lane, off the backboard and off. Kayla Johnson board here for the Battling Bishops. Johnson gathers it, tries to find Jones. Best gets it. Jones was able to save that one. Johnson right wing, handoff here to Best. Handoff to Harris. Best now has it. Over to Taylor in the corner. Taylor drives baseline. Out in the corner to Johnson for 3. Drano. North Carolina Wesleyan back within 2. As another long mid-range shot. 27-25 now the Hawks lead by 2. Huntingdon right wing. Good move there from Brogland. Cross top of the key, gives it over to A.B. Davis. She shoots up a 3-point shot, not able to get it home. Rebound Jones. Taylor brings it up now. Taylor top of the key, she drives, pulls up from the charity stripe, fouled in active shooting. Zakara Taylor will go to the line and shoot 2 more here. Free throw attempts 7 and 8 on the afternoon. Brogland got nabbed with the shooting foul there. Just stepping onto the floor. Not sure who's stepping on the floor for Huntingdon, as we do not have a number 21 on our roster. Kennedy Jackson will be the name we get up here. from our stats. Kennedy Jackson in the ball game. A.B. Davis takes a seat as Harrison back in for Giovanna Jones on NC Wesleyan side. Only 1 for 2 from the line that time. Taylor finally misses from the charity stripe. Still 7 for 8 in the ball game, including 9 of the 26 North Carolina Wesleyan points. Nadia Simmons also back on the floor now as Johnson and Jones both off, as we mentioned. Turnover, Huntingdon. Mincy not able to keep that one in bounds as NC Wesleyan has a chance to take the lead here, down by 1:41 left in the first half. Mentioned NC Wesleyan scoreless there for a large part of the second quarter. 5-0 run now here in the last 2 minutes. And just as we say that, turnover battling pitchers there, Dalton Mueller.
Free throws are what have been keeping Wesleyan in this game. They've shot 13 compared to Huntington's 0.
10 for 13 from the charity stripe. The analysis there from Dalton Mueller, he's exactly right. Huntingdon has yet to shoot a free throw in the game this evening. But when you put up shots like that, you don't have to. Destiny Cross with the dime piece there.
Great
high-low. Leads to a 3-point lead now for Huntingdon.
It was a nice high-low look right there.
Harrison double team as she tips that one out of bounds. Huntingdon retains possession. 67 seconds left here now in the first half of play. Broglen brings it up. Guarded closely here by Best. Gets it up to Mincy. Mincy left wing. Gives it over to Cross. Cross heads it over. From downtown, Jackson not able to get that one home. Rebound, Harrison. Taylor brings it up for the Battling Bishops. 45 seconds and counting on the clock. Taylor gets it down low to Harrison. Harrison not able to convert. Rebound, Mincy. Huntingdon can play 2 for 1 here. Looks like they'll just play for 1. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Step back three-pointer. The bank is open. Jemiah Broglen making it rain. A Drano. Huntingdon leads now 32-26. Best has it right wing. Guarded closely here by Cross. Mincy tries to rip it. Now Best and Odin go down for the jump ball. Some misconfusion here on the possession arrow. One ref pointing one way, another one pointing the opposite. And seems we do have some clarification. It is Huntingdon basketball with 9.4 seconds left.
Great D there by Huntingdon. Jumped her, able to get the hand on the ball, and created turnover right there in their favor to get a last-second shot right here.
3, 2, 1 from the elbow. Last second shot will not go from Jemiah Broglen. So right here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube, a 6.
Just seeing a lot of patience and poise out there. They're not trying to force up a lot of shots unless it's, kind of getting under that 5-second mark on the shot clock. They're just being able to be patient, be poised with it. They make a move, and it's just like Wesleyan's just a little too slow to the ball. They don't take that step. They tap that leg and hip right there that's leaving a gap open, and they've just been able to get right to the rim. And they've also had a bunch of little high-low looks that have caused them to get a little over the top basket right there. And then, like I said, Campbell coming off the bench, ready to just shoot the ball. Knocks down 2 early threes, gets up 6 points right there, and then staying active with that defense. They were able to create 10 turnovers in that first quarter and then had 4 in that second quarter. So a little slowed down right there, but still using that turnovers to their advantage. They were able to get a lot of run-out layups right there too early.
I think that's a good point there, Dalton. 14 points off of turnovers. Huntington Hawks there in the first half, comparative to 5 for NC Wesleyan. However, I think a big point of emphasis, a big talking note here is that Huntington did not attempt the free throw.
Yeah.
0 for 0 from the line on the other side. NC Wesleyan 10 for 13 from the free throw line. Wesleyan got to continue up that rate in the second half. I mean, that's honestly how they're still in this basketball game.
It is. It's 10 points right there. Otherwise, they would be down 16. And being able to just get to that line consistently has been able to just keep them in. They're knocking them down too, so they're staying poised, keep their composure. But on the other side is Huntington hasn't shot a free throw, and they're up 6 right here at half.
That's incredible.
So whatever they're doing, they're still going to try to keep continuing that in the second half. I think it's going to be very important. And that also means too is Wesleyan's still playing not awful D. It's just, hey, they're a step slow right here, step slow there. And that's going to be an emphasis as they're getting talked to at halftime. It's like, hey, we need to have a little bit more energy, a little bit more bounce as they come out and try to attack the second half.
Looking to play one more half here in the first game of the East-West USA South early season tournament. Got about 12 and a half left in halftime. Going into half, as we mentioned, the Hawks up against the battling Bishops from North Carolina Wesleyan, 32-26. When we come back, we hopefully will have another phenomenal half of basketball. Right here from Cave Arena, you are listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back to the second half of play here. Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube here in Cave Arena, hosting this neutral site action between the North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops and the Huntingdon Hawks. The Hawks up 32-16 going into the third quarter. Brett Loftus alongside me, senior forward on the men's basketball team, Dalton Mealer. Kayla Johnson trying to get a battle, and Bishop started here early. She's not able to. Now mid-range shot from the corner off as well. Rebound Taylor. Taylor tries to put the up and under up, and a blocking foul called here on Destiny Cross. Taylor going to the line to shoot 2 more her night in 10th attempts from the charity stripe this evening.
Something to point out here. The Bishops 0 of 9 now from downtown, whereas the Huntingdon Hawks are 4 of 9. So Bishops have not been able to connect from that outside, but they're still only down 6.
Same thing.
Getting down to the line.
Free throw. We talked about that. Free throws being big for them. 10 for 13, as they are now 10 for 14. 0 for 0. No attempts from the free throw line for Huntingdon. Taylor, Johnson, as well as Simmons, Harrison, and now Best comes on for Taylor, as also on the floor Adams for the battling Bishops. For the Hawks, it's Cross, Shoemake, as well as Davis, Whetstone, and Mincy, the 5 on the floor for Huntingdon. Over in the corner now. Back from the elbow, Mincy can't not get that one home. Rebound from K-Dot Harrison. Naisha Best brings it up now for Wesleyan from the elbow on the other side. That one spins out. Rebound A.B. Davis. Some full court pressure now off of that rebound. Best not able to get the steal. In the corner now, Mincy. Now getting it down to the elbow, Whetstone. Whetstone dribbles down on a block. She is fouled. Foul called on Deanna Adams. And now we will finally see, after 21 minutes of play, a Huntingdon free throw, as Rye Whetstone has the duties to take the first 2 free throws of the afternoon here for Huntingdon. First free throw is up and good for Whetstone. Rye Whetstone, a senior guard from Rockford, Alabama. She's given the Piedmont Lions a headache over the years. Whetstone's second free throw up and good. Whetstone 2 for 2 from the line, and so are the Hawks on the day. Whetstone also has 4 points. A 3-pointer on the other side put up. Loose ball foul call. As pushed to the floor there, Deanna Adams. Foul called there on A.B. Davis. Davis's second foul. Huntingdon with 2 team fouls already here in the third quarter of play. Johnson in the corner. Dribbles towards the top of the key. Tries to cross over, loses it. Able to get it back. Harrison on the block. Charge taken there by Rye Whetstone.
Great position right there. Harris loaded the shoulder, and there it is. Offensive foul.
Interesting to see a charge being taken down there in the post. Usually see about one of those a game. And there's a good play there by Whetstone. Able to take that one. Dribbling baseline, puts up the mid-range shot, off by Shoemake. Now back in the corner, she has it, dribbling down low. Tries to put that one up, fouled there by Kayla Johnson. Shoemake to the line to shoot 2 now. Alina Shoemake, a junior guard from Stone Mountain, Georgia. So more of a homecoming this game for her, right up the road from Stone Mountain.
Great follow right there to get that offensive rebound. Bishops led the offensive rebounding category in the first half with 7. Huntingdon had 3, so we're trying to get a couple extra more right here in this third quarter, even that out a little bit.
Yeah, offensive rebounds. You usually say after that first missed free throw, the team who wins the rebound will win the overall game. 1 for 2 for the line that time for Shoemake, as Maisha Best comes back on for Kayla Johnson. But really, I feel like if you can win the offensive rebound war, even if you don't win the whole rebound battle, you win the ball game, and we're seeing that right now from Wesleyan. Even though they still trail, steal Rye, Whetstone fouled. And she'll go to the line and shoot 2 more here.
That full court pressure from Huntingdon still giving the Bishops trouble as they get right back into it. Got out of it in that second quarter, started out back in that second half, and able to get some turnovers, and now they're on the line again.
Yeah, contrary to what I just said, Inslee Wesleyan winning the total rebound and the offensive rebound, 25-15 total rebounds. Whetstone converts the first one 10-4 in the offensive rebound category, as well as the defensive rebound category. However, they still trail by 9. I think that can be attributed to 0 for 10 from downtown for the Battling Bishops, not able to get a three-pointer home yet. 2 for 2 from the line that time for Rye Whetstone, as she remains perfect, 4 for 4 from the charity stripe. Hawks up by 10, 37-27. Left wing trying to get it down low to Harrison. Tip pass there by Davis. A long 2-point shot, back rim and off. Defensive board, A.B. Davis. Davis crosses half court. Gets it over. Mincy now to Destiny Cross. Cross swinging it around to Shoemake. Shoemake drives from the left wing, puts that one off the backboard and off. Mincy almost had a defensive board. She put that one off her foot. North Carolina Wesleyan retains possession. Jones back on the floor for Simmons. Jones gets it up to Best. Back to Jones. Jones back to Best. Best to Best. Is driving down low, putting that one up. Maisha Best not able to get it home. Shoemake has it ripped free. Mincy and Jones battling for it. Jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Huntingdon. North Carolina Wesleyan struggling offensively here. They have not scored a bucket in the last 2.5 minutes. 1 for 13 on their last 13 field goal attempts, and 0 for 10 from downtown. Still playing some defense, though. That block there, courtesy of Giovanna Jones.
Even though they're down 10, they're still trying to fight like they're within this game, and that's what's probably going to try to keep them in this game.
So championship teams do, but a dime piece there from Alina Shoemake off the inbound as Rye Whetstone gets her 8th point of the afternoon to extend Huntingdon to their largest lead of the ball game by 12, 39-27. Errant pass picked up in the corner. Now Maisha Best cannot handle that one. Mincy trying to chase it down. Maisha Best falls on it. Kickball violation there. Best got it between her calves as she was laying on the floor, could not possess that one. Battling Bishops head coach Artina Trader wanting an explanation for that call. Maisha Best off the floor. Kara Taylor back on the floor. A.B. Davis receives the inbound pass. Guarded tightly here by Adams. Davis pulls up from mid-range, rim it off. Offensive board, Shoemake. Alina Shoemake resets here. Guarded by Jones. Handoff, Davis. Davis top of the key, Cross. Cross gets it over to Shoemake. Shoemake dribbles to her right over there in the corner. Gets it down low. Whetstone going to work. Whetstone fouled by Adams.
Great positioning right there by Whetstone. Able to get that little high-low look right there, and yet again, look back on the free throw line. So I think a big halftime talk for the Hawks right there was, hey, we're up 6 right now, but hey, we're not at the free throw line. And they've come out and they're shooting what will be their 7th and 8th right here.
Yeah, 8 free throw attempts in the first 4 minutes here of the second half. Janae Goodard steps on the floor now for North Carolina Wesleyan. Her first appearance in this afternoon's ball game. Ariana Harris reappears in the ball game as well as Adams and Harrison take a seat. Whetstone converts her first free throw attempt here. 2-2 from the line that time. as Whetstone remains perfect. 6 of 6 from the charity stripe this afternoon. 7 for 8 on the Hawks as a whole. And she comes out and gets the steal. Active hands leads the offense in a beautiful Euro step through the lane. Alina Shoemake. Shoemake has the Hawks up now by 16. Foul called here on Janiyah Mincy. Third team foul here for Huntingdon. Huntingdon already in the bonus as the Battling Bishops have committed 5 team fouls thus far.
This pressure from Huntington's allowed them to stretch that lead from 6 to 16 right here. And we have just a little bit under 4 minutes played in this third quarter.
Davis and Mincy step off, stepping back onto the floor. Davis as well as Brogland. And the perfect pass down low. Taylor cannot get the layup. Another jump ball situation between Jones and Cross. Possession arrow this time in favor of the Battling Bishops. Taylor to inbound here for North Carolina Wesleyan. Taylor finds an open Jones in the corner. Whetstone able to clear out on that one. Foul called there on Shoemake as she steps off. Stepping back on Cassidy Crawford. Was a bit confused on that call for a second. Not confused on that. A dime piece there for Kara Taylor, as Janae Goodard gets her first points of the afternoon. 5.5 minutes left here in the third quarter of play. Handling at the top of the key, able to get around the defense. Not going is Davis's shot. Taylor gets it in transition. 2-on-3 break. Foul called. Foul called here on Cassidy Crawford. 15th foul of the quarter. That's a free throw. 2 free throw attempts. Yes. Kara Taylor will go to the line to shoot 2 more. She's already shot 10. She's 8 for 10 from the stripe. North Carolina Wesleyan could really use these free throws, down by 14. Taylor's first attempt is good. 43-30 now. The Battling Bishops trail the Hawks. Two for 2 from the line that time. Taylor 10 for 12 from the charity stripe. Dalton Miller, you converting on that rate if you get to the line 12 times?
Yep. That's all you got to say right there.
Dalton Miller, pretty good free throw shooter in his own right. He knows a thing or two. Taylor playing some defense on the other end. Dalton knows a thing or two about that one as well. Taylor, block leads to a dime piece there. Janae Goodard bringing the Battling Bishops back as they trail by 10.
Great run out right there by Bishops as they run the floor, get a little one more, wide open layup.
And a good play there. And a good shot from Jemiah Brogland.
Shot right there ends a little 6-0 run by the Bishops.
The Bishops, despite being on that 6-0 run, still looking for their first three-pointer of the afternoon. 0 from 10 from downtown. Whetstone with another steal. Had a 3-on-3 break. Chose not to pursue it. Resets. Cross has it down low. Janae Goodard, though, tabbed with the foul. Deanna Adams back on the floor. Stepping off. Harris for the Battling Bishops. To the line to shoot 2 now, Destiny Cross. Cross has not attempted any free throw attempts this afternoon. Free throw shots, rather, should I say. This will be the first 2. Maisha Best back in for Naisha Best. Cross to shoot 2. First free throw up and good. 13-point lead now for the Hawks. Second free throw also good. Destiny Cross 2 for 2 from the line that time. As Huntington 90% from the stripe this evening, afternoon rather, 9 for 10 from the free throw line.
With all 10 of those coming this quarter.
It's incredible when you really think about it, Dalton. I mean, did not have a free throw attempt in the first half, and having 9 points from free throws alone here in the third quarter. Taylor steps on the baseline there. Turnover, NC Wesleyan. They cannot afford to have too many of those, trailing by 14. Hawks get it in the front court now. Whetstone, top of the key, dishes it over to the right wing. Looking to get it down to Cross. Cross, yes, she traveled about a mile. She gets nabbed for that one. Destiny Cross, even despite that travel violation, been a key player here for the Hawks this afternoon. 6 points, 2 rebounds on the afternoon. Taylor bringing it up for NC Wesleyan. Wesleyan trails by 14, 47-33, 3.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Laisha Best drives from the right wing. She's fouled. She will go to the line to shoot 2. Jemiah Brogland tabbed with the foul there. Brogland's first foul on the afternoon. First free throw attempt from Best, no good. Both teams in the bonus here for the remaining 3:34 of the third quarter. Second free throw from Best, also no good. Offensive, no! Harrison had it in her hands, could not bring down the offensive board. And a travel violation from Brogland leads to Huntington turnover. North Carolina Wesleyan has to convert on these second chances here, Dalton.
They need to. They also need to convert right there at the free throw line, too. Basically what we like to call free points. No, really not a lot of pressure. Nobody in front of you. You just got to sit down, have the confidence to knock it down.
Odin back in the ball game for Whetstone. Corner 3 here from Taylor. That will hit the rim and offensive board. Good board there from Goodard. Now another three-pointer. The bank is open. Drano. Maisha Best with a long two-pointer, though. Still a Drano, though, Dalton. I mean, you know.
Still a nice shot, especially when you get a little bank right there.
Despite not hitting a three-pointer, North Carolina Wesleyan has hit at least 3 21-foot mid-range shots this afternoon.
They have.
Not able to get a three-pointer home, though. Best trying to get the steal. Instead, Destiny Cross does get the steal. No, Taylor able to get the possession back for the Battling Bishops. And a dive piece there. Despite the contact, K-Dot Harris to the line to shoot 2 now.
Bishops out there running the floor, trying to get out, get to the rim as best they can and as fast as they can, too.
You know, Kara Taylor, she has been the catalyst of this offense for North Carolina Wesleyan this evening. If not for her, I don't know where this offense would be. 12 points, 5 rebounds, including 3 assists, a steal, and a block. She has been the catalyst on both sides of the ball for the Battling Bishops this evening.
Wherever she is, she's trying to get her team in it, keep that energy, make sure that it's going through the whole team. As when she's getting that ball, she's taking off, and hopefully the team goes with her, and she's able to find Harris right there.
Harrison went 1 for 2 from the stripe. However, second free throw waved off due to a lane violation, so really 0 for 2 as North Carolina Wesleyan yet again cannot capitalize on free throws. Cross inbounds it here to Davis. Davis brings it up now for the Hawks, excuse me. Mid-range shot put up there by Davis. Ooh, roll around for a second. Board by Goodard. Taylor down to Goodard. Goodard fouled by Odin. As we will see Janae Goodard go to the line and shoot 2. Flip-flop these matchups tomorrow afternoon as we will see the Lions play host North Carolina Wesleyan at 4 p.m. And then, however, the first game tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m., the Averett Cougars will play the Huntington Hawks in another neutral site matchup. Speaking of Averett, the Cougars will play your Piedmont Lions at the conclusion of this ball game. It'll either be at 6 o'clock or 30 minutes after conclusion of this first game, whichever one comes first. First free throw good there from Goodard. Second one as well. Battling Bishops draw back within 10, 47-37. Cassidy Campbell also back on the floor for Huntington as Odin is off. Well, we got two Battling Bishops collide here in a jump ball situation. Tell you what, Javonda Jones, the senior forward, has been on every jump ball situation for the Battling Bishops this afternoon.
She has. It seems like she's honestly all over the floor. She's had a couple blocks and a few offensive rebounds as well, too.
Jones, 3 points, 6 rebounds, a steal, and a block. And only one personal foul despite her aggressive play. You love to see it. Crawford, a senior guard, to inbound here. They'll direct her now on the baseline to inbound. She's got to tie her shoes. She does so successfully. Most important part. Crawford gets it in to Broglen. Broglen dribbles back to about 45 feet. Gets it over back to Crawford. Now Destiny Cross, top of the key. Swings it from the right wing. Back rim and off. Cannot convert there. Taylor brings it up. Good move. Crossover in the corner now. Goodard from downtown. Cannot get it to go. Put back. Another put back. K-Dot Harrison gets it home. The Battling Bishops strike now within a single-digit deficit. 47-39. Down by 8. 60-second timeout here by Coach Paige Huff. We will take it with them. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Brett Loftus alongside me. My favorite big man and my favorite color commentator, man. I love him here. Dalton Mealer, senior forward on the men's basketball team. As 47-39 is your score. The Huntington Hawks ahead of the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops here. 1:22 left in the third quarter of play here in this neutral site. USA South East versus West matchup. Missed three-pointer there from the corner as Cassidy Campbell has stepped back onto the floor for the Hawks. Kiara Taylor trying to bring the Battling Bishops back within 8 as they are down by 8 now. Got to bring them within 8. Pump fake there by Adams. However, she is called for the travel. So yet another turnover there. 21 turnovers for North Carolina Wesleyan. Despite winning the rebound battle by 12, they are losing the turnover battle by 7. And Dalton Miller, I think that does not lead to success.
It does not. Whenever you can get up in that rebound category, it's great. But when you're not winning that little turnover battles, it's the little things that kind of sway the game, especially if it's as close as this one's been.
And from downtown, not able to answer the call there is Broglen. Rebound, North Carolina Wesleyan. Taylor over 2 defenders, can't get it to go home. K-Dot Harrison on the putback.
All that right there by Taylor. She's running the floor, trying to get everybody into it, and it leads to an offensive rebound because everybody's worried about her.
Up and under, not able to convert there. Taylor saves it from going out of bounds. And Gooder right there. Harrison gets it up to Johnson. Johnson, 12 seconds. Harrison finds Goodard. Oh, and almost an and one opportunity. Goodard to shoot 2 more from the line here. She is currently 2 for 2 from the charity stripe this afternoon. Taylor steps off the floor as Naisha Best will step back on. First free throw up and is good for Goddard. Goddard with 7 points on the afternoon. 8.8 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Second free throw up and good by Goddard as well. Wesleyan only down by 4 now, 47-33. And yet again, Giovanna Jones getting in on a jump ball opportunity, forcing a turnover. And a technical foul called on Kinston Davis.
Not a smart play right there. I know what happens right there when you lose the ball and get a little jump ball, he gets a little frustrated. Can't do that though. Got to keep your composure out there.
The refs will have a huddle here. And Dalton, correct me if I'm wrong, but from what I saw, Davis was trying to give the ball back to the ref, frustrated, threw it back up and hit the ref in the face, and that's when she got teed up.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that'll do it right there too, especially if you're throwing it right back at the ref. That is not a good thing to do.
Not sure if the refs are discussing her ejection or what. Technical foul is called, as we already figured.
Technical foul called on Huntingdon number 4, Kinston Davis. That goes as her third personal.
Janae Goddard, shoot both of these free throws. She converts the first. Battling Bishops down by 3. 2 of 2 from the line that time. Down by 2 now.
This last couple minutes, we've seen a little push right here from Wesleyan. They were down 16 at one point in this quarter, and they're falling back all the way down. Now they're down 2.
And that's been led by Janae Goddard. Goddard she just appeared in this ball game here in the third quarter. 10 points, all in the third quarter of action. Kayla Johnson gets it off the inbound. Gives it over to Harrison missed that mid-range shot. Down by 6 at half, only down by 2 going into the fourth quarter of play. NC Wesleyan, what a quarter from them as they trail the Huntingdon Hawks 47-45. And we're going to have another phenomenal fourth quarter action right here, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Welcome back, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Dalton Mueller, and we're going to have a very good fourth quarter play, if I had to guess here, between the Huntingdon Hawks and the North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops. A 2-point game, 47-45. Hawks up here to begin the fourth quarter. Johnson with a good spin move. A floater doesn't hit anything. A.B. Davis back on the floor, gets that board. Gets it up to Whetstone, who got it over to Shoemake. Tipped off of a battling Bishop as the Hawks retain possession. Be Mays, Whetstone, Mincy, Shoemake, and Davis on the floor for the Hawks. As for Wesleyan, Johnson, Harrison, Goddard, Best. It's going to be Naisha Best, as well as Jones. Floater put up, right hand, Mitzi. Foul called there. Rye Whetstone gets tabbed with the foul. Her first personal foul of the afternoon. North Carolina Wesleyan on a 12-0 run over the last 5 minutes, 18-4 run over the last 7. Dalton Mueller, what have they done differently here in the second half of play?
Picked up their energy, been running the floor and finding easy layups like that right there. Really picking apart the Huntingdon defense.
Piece there, Dalton Mueller from Harrison, as you were saying.
Nice little pass right there. They're just picking apart the defense right now. They're able to run the floor, get up shots right on the rim, and then they've been following it up with offensive rebounds too.
Head coach Artina Trader questioning that call there as a blocking foul called on K-Dot Charisma Harrison. Team first of the half, or of the third quarter rather. Harrison now has 2 fouls.
And we do need to give Wesleyan credit. They were down 16 at one point in that third quarter, and they fought back now to a tied game. Tied game.
47-47. Not tied anymore as Elena Shoemake converts her first of 2 from the line, 48-47. Yeah, Wesleyan able to fight all the way back. Can they come out with a W? These last 8 minutes and 52 seconds will tell the tale of that one. Harrison gets the board. 1 for 2, Shoemake is that time. Best up to Goddard. Goddard from the elbow. Bang it home. North Carolina Wesleyan takes their first lead since the first quarter. Up by 1 now, 49-48. Best able to get the save. She puts it back in play. Jones down to Johnson, and a dime piece there. The battling Bishops battled back up by 3, 51-48. And a full timeout taken here by Huntingdon. We'll take it with them. Goodness gracious, Dalton Mueller. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Dalton Mueller, where else would you rather be? I'm Brett Loftus. 8:27 left in this ball game. North Carolina Wesleyan on a 24-5 run over the last 8 minutes as they are up by 3, 51-48. Trailed by as large as 16 at one point, and they have battled back. Whetstone charged with the charge, and another turnover.
Looking down there at both benches right now, this battling Bishop side right here has got a lot of energy. This Huntington Hawks side just looks very dead. You need to try to get back into this game. Hopefully get the girls out there on the court, some energy. Yeah, head coach Artina Trader down here. She was dancing going to that timeout. You know when your head coach is dancing, you got everything rolling right now. Nadia Simmons has it right wing, guarded closely here by Davis. Simmons over to Johnson. Johnson able to get past the defense, puts it up. It is good. Nice move right there. Great control to be able to stick with it. She got a little bump, didn't get the foul call, but didn't matter. She was able to make it. The battling Bishops up by their largest lead today, 53-48. Hawks have went cold here. An 8-1 run to begin the fourth quarter. The Bishops are on from the corner. Can I get that one to go? Best finds Johnson. Open space. Kayla Johnson and a dime piece there from Naisha Best. Now a 7-point lead for Wesleyan. Great push running on the floor right there by Johnson, and he was to get that easy lay-in. Oh, Whetstone stripped by Johnson. Great backside help right there. Gets that one up. Crossover move by Simmons. Simmons gives it back to Naisha Best. Best calls out the play. 6:50 and counting here left in the ball game. Best to Best from the left wing. Can I get that one to go? The other Best gets the rebound. Naisha down low. Down to Nadia Simmons. Simmons fouled on the shot. Going to go to the line to shoot 2 now. Wesleyan now 0 of 12 from outside, but they've been able to stay in it by getting offensive rebounds and getting to the free throw line. Jones, Taylor, as well as Adams step back onto the floor. Naisha and Maisha Best both step off, as well as Kayla Johnson. Simmons' first free throw up, no good, back rim it off. 19 for 26 as a team are the North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops from the free throw line. Make that 20 for 27. 56-48, 8-point lead for North Carolina Wesleyan, including an 11-1 run to begin the fourth quarter here.
The benches are getting active. North Carolina Wesleyan getting active. Ryan Whetstone has it in the block. Cannot get it to go. Gets her own offensive board. Gives it to Mincy. Mincy back ribbon off. Defensive board there, Giovanna Jones. Taylor brings it up for North Carolina Wesleyan. She gets it right back. Passes it back. Finds Jones. Jones swings it. Finds Simmons. Simmons fouled by Mays. Simmons goes back to the line. Now back-to-back possessions. She'll have free throw attempts. Turnover margin growing closer and closer. We mentioned how bad North Carolina Wesleyan had been at turning the ball over. Well, since we mentioned that they have not turned over the ball once, they've turned over 0 times since we mentioned that midway through the third quarter, while Huntingdon has turned over the ball 4 times. 2 for 2 from the line that time.
Got to give them credit right there.
Yep.
Now, over this last 10-minute stretch, a 31-7 run by the Bishops.
That's incredible. I mean, down by 16. Now they're up by double digits. Whetstone and one. Rye Whetstone able to get that one to go. And a dime piece there on that layup as a beautiful pass from Shoemake.
Great pass and a great finish, too, by Whetstone to be able to finish with that contact. Now she's at the line to shoot one.
Harrison steps back on the floor. Giovanna Jones off. And I want to say this while we have a mini break here. Giovanna Jones reminds me of Dennis Rodman. Goes after every loose ball, able to get a ton of rebounds, and she is just being a nitty-gritty player out there. Loving watching her play right now. She heads right back to the table after that three-point play is completed.
She really brought a spark plug off the bench, too. She didn't start, so all that energy she brought was right off the bench.
Jump ball there. Possession in favor of Huntingdon. To the point of the Dennis Rodman comparison, as you see Jones come back on, Goddard off. Jones has 3 points, 9 rebounds, an assist, 2 steals, and a block. Doing it all.
Doing it all. I think there's really nothing more else you can ask of her right here.
Shoemake fouled by Adams. Was a bit confused on what the call was going to be. Defensive foul. Huntingdon, only 1 foul to give. North Carolina Wesleyan 2 fouls to give for both teams in the bonus. And a dime piece there from Alina Shoemake and Rye Whetstone. Huntingdon on a run of their own now, down by 5.
Great little backdoor screen right there. Little lost communication by the Bishops. Leads to that wide open layup.
Taylor dribbling around. Gets it outside. 3-pointer up. Back rim and off. Offensive board. Jones. There she is. Mama, there's that woman again. Giovanna Jones gets the offensive board and the putback. Puts the battling Bishops back up by 7. Shoemake. Top of the key now. Mincy putting it around. Davis drives baseline. Davis drops that one off to Whetstone. Whetstone can't convert. She will go to the line to shoot 2. What a ball game we have here this afternoon in Cave Arena. Brett Loftus alongside me here. Dalton Mealer on Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. 4:57 left in the first game of this 4-game East-West USA South tournament. The Huntingdon Hawks on a run to begin this ball game pretty much since about the 6-minute mark in the first quarter. And then North Carolina Wesleyan just came storming back about halfway in there in the third quarter. They're up by 7. Huntingdon trying to make a comeback, and that's not going to help as Whetstone misses her first free throw there. Her first miss from the line today, 7 for 8 now from the charity stripe. Second free throw up, and it is no good. Offensive board by A.B. Davis. She almost lost it there, able to regain the handle. And a travel violation called on Alina Shoemake. It's one thing that can't happen, Dalton. You know that just as good as anybody. Offensive boards, you can't just give away your second chance.
Can't have those unforced turnovers right there. That's just not going to help them out down the stretch right here.
Johnson down low. She finds Harrison. Harrison pulls up from mid-range, can't get it to go. Rebound, Whetstone. She gets it out to gets it out to Shoemake, Shoemake might go coast to coast, and a dump off the Whetstone. Some elbows being thrown there by Cross and Goddard.
Not a smart foul right there by Huntingdon. Puts the Bishops right here in the bonus for the remainder of the quarter. And you're down 7. I mean, you're basically 94 feet away from the basket right there. That's not a good one to give right there.
And especially Janae Goddard. I mean, Goddard 6 for 6 from the free throw line. If you want to foul anybody, you don't want to foul her. She converts there, 7 for 7 now. 13 points on the afternoon. And it's very good to mention, she didn't play the first half. Mm-hmm. I mean, all 13 of her points have come now in the third and fourth quarter. As she finally misses from the free throw line, Harrison gets the offensive board, though. She'll now shoot 2 from the line.
Seeing a lot of just mental breakdowns right here. I mean, you got to be able to box your man on that free throw. I mean, it's 4 on 2, basically.
Charisma Harrison, very much so worthy to note. She has 15 rebounds, a game high. Now with that free throw conversion, she has a double-double. 10 points, 15 rebounds, including 2 assists, a steal, and 2 blocks. Second free throw up. Harrison goes 2 for 2 from the line. Now the battling Bishops are back up by double digits. 63-53 here. 4:15 left in the ball game. 18-6 run by Wesleyan to begin the fourth quarter. Shoemake pulls up from the elbow. It is good! The lost art, many would say, the mid-range shot. And Alina Shoemake knocks that one down from the elbow. Jones has it. Left wing. Kayla Johnson from downtown. Drano! North Carolina Wesleyan back out by 11.
First connection from downtown this entire game right there.
A.B. Davis fouled hard by Jones. As both teams now in the bonus. Davis to shoot 2 from the line. Back in the ball game now, Jemiah Broglin comes in for Mays.
You need to give the Bishops credit right here. 1 of 14 from downtown, but still been able to stay in this game by hitting free throws and getting to the basket and get easy lay-ins.
That's a good point to note there. Kayla Johnson just made the first battling Bishop three-pointer of the afternoon. 1 for 14. Wesleyan still up by 11 despite their poor outside shooting because they've gotten to the free throw line. 25 for 33 from the charity stripe. That's how you win basketball games. Davis, one of two, from the free throw line. She has 3 points on the afternoon. Hawks down by 10 with 3.5 left. Johnson right wing. Johnson back to the top of the key. Jones in the corner. Taylor guarded closely here by Davis. Feeds it down low. Harrison, a good pass to Johnson. Harrison cannot get the board. Johnson couldn't convert on the layup. Harrison could not get the board. Shoemake coast to coast. And Giovanna Jones takes some contact. She's also nabbed with the blocking foul. Alina Shoemake to shoot 2 from the line. Jones steps off with 4 fouls.
That's 5,
Nadia
actually.
Simmons, that's 5, disqualified now as Nadia Simmons back on. So Giovanna Jones playing a great ball game.
No, excuse me, correction. That's actually her 4th. I thought it was her 5th. I was looking at the wrong one right there.
Adams and Jones in 4 fouls apiece. Both of those lady battling Bishops in some foul trouble. Shoemake converts the first from the line. Deficit back down to single digits. Hawks down by 9. Second free throw is up and is good. Hawks trail by 8, 66-58. 3 minutes left in the ball game.
Hawks dropping out of that full court pressure to try to get back and cancel out all those runouts that they've been able to get.
Johnson left wing. Drives down, puts up a mid-range shot. Cannot get it to go. Ryan Whetstone able to get the board for the Hawks. Shoemake has it right wing. Crossover move. Trying to cross over Johnson. Spin move in the lane. And Shoemake lays there for a second. She appears to be okay. now going to the line to shoot 2 more here. So we saw North Carolina Wesleyan sustain a run, able to come back, go up by 12. Now Huntingdon, sustaining a bit of a run, could potentially cut the deficit to 6 here on this possession.
Basketball, it's a game of runs.
Yes,
and
sir.
honestly, this one right now is looking like who's going to come down to making that final push as we got just under 3 minutes right here to go.
Back rim and off. You know, Dalton, I grew up playing baseball, as you know, and there's something we like to say in the game of baseball: whoever bats last is going to win the baseball game in games like this. Well, whoever maybe has the last shot might win the ball game here in this matchup of 2 incredible basketball teams. 1 of 2 for the line that time. Alina Shoemake has back on the floor now. Adams back in for Simmons. Down by 7 are the Huntingdon Hawks. North Carolina Wesleyan up by 7. 66-59. Taylor drives baseline. In the corner, Kayla Johnson for 3. Drano! And a 2-pointer, nonetheless, but perhaps the biggest 2-pointer of the night. Shoemake, beautiful crossover, AI step back, Destiny cross. A travel violation with 2:18 on the clock.
Seen both teams just hit a lot of deep, just 2-pointers from about that
we're
20,
seeing 21-foot mid-range shots. That's all we've been seeing.
And it could be attributed to just that new 3-point line
Yes.
that they've been facing. Just haven't had a lot of time to be playing with it. So when it comes to in-game situations, they're just not quite used to it yet.
In the corner is 19 feet. Around the arc, 22 and a half. So a bit of a difference maybe for both teams. Taylor drives from the right wing. Can't get it to go. Rebound there. Huntingdon by Brogland. Brogland brings it up the floor. Right wing. Destiny cross wide open. That's a 3 if she gets it. Can't get it to go home. Whetstone puts it up. Taylor gets the board for Wesleyan. Wesleyan can kind of be patient here, up by 9. In the corner, Kayla Johnson bangs it home. That's a 3-pointer. Drano. North Carolina Wesleyan up by 12. 85 seconds left here in the ball game. Huntingdon got to push it if they have any shot. Trying to get it down low, takeaway. Kayla Johnson, travel violation. Huntingdon gets the ball back. Harrison steps off the floor as Giovanna Jones back in the ball game. 3-pointer fired up. Drano from way downtown. Jemiah Brogland brings the Hawks back within 9.
What a shot right there. What a shot.
55 seconds. When do the Hawks foul here? Handoff Johnson. Kayla Johnson has it. Aaron pass. A.B. Davis pushing it in transition. She has the top of the key. Out to the left wing. Alina Shoemake. Oh, just off. Offensive rebound. No. However, a foul called on Deanna Adams. That's Adams' 5th foul. She will be DQ'd from the rest of the ball game, as Maisha Best as well as Charisma Harrison step back on the floor. Kayla Johnson, also the other battling Bishop, who steps off. 38.4 seconds. Hawks down by 9. Not impossible, but rather probably not plausible, as Whetstone here to shoot 2 from the line. First free throw up and is good. Down by 8 now are the Hawks. 16 points for Rye Whetstone. A game high for the Hawks.
After this free throw is up, I expect Huntingdon to be in a full court pressure, whether it's a make or miss.
And got a foul if you don't get the steal off the inbound there, Dalton. Whetstone's 2 for 2 from the line. Down by 7 now. Hawks definitely have a shot. They got a foul as quickly as possible. Jones has it in the front court. Finds Goddard. Goddard back to Jones. And a steal. But a travel violation. Jemiah Brogland says she has her feet set. And a very frustrated Artina Trader there calls a full timeout for North Carolina Wesleyan. We'll take the break with them. 27.8 seconds left here in this ball game. We got a good one here. You are listening to Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Dalton Mueller. 7-point ball game. Wesleyan up by 7 over the Hawks from Huntingdon College. A long two-pointer here off. Who did the ball go out off on? Wesleyan knocks it out of bounds. The Hawks trail by 7 as they call a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. As we just mentioned, Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube. Brett Loftus, Dalton Mueller, 16.6 seconds left. Huntingdon on a 5-0 run. The Hawks trail by 7. I mean, you pretty much have to expect a three-pointer out of the break, out of the huddle. They convert that, hypothetically speaking, down by 4. Then you have to expect you don't get the steal, you get the foul. But let's say you get the steal, another three-pointer, hypothetically speaking, down by 1. What do you expect to hit?
Going down by 1, obviously you're going to have to try to go back for that steal again, and if you don't get it, you have to have the quick foul. You can't let time run off the clock. Benefit right here is the clock will stop on a made basket, so not much is going to run off. And I like the timeout call right here. They're going to advance the ball so they don't have to dribble the length of the court. That helps save a little bit of time. Saying that all this does happen is they say they connect on 2 threes right here if they do get a chance to do so.
A.B. Davis to inbound. She gets it in. Oh, and a loose ball there. Jemiah Brogland cannot maintain possession.
Very unfortunate turnover right there. But now we're going to see probably a man-to-man full court press right here. Try to trap the initial pass to get a steal. And then if they don't get it, it's going to be a foul given away real quick.
Johnson back in for Best. Harrison inbound. Gets it into Taylor. That one's stripped. Loose ball. Jones has it in the front court. Johnson has it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And a gem of a basketball game we just saw here. Brett Loftus, Dalton Mueller, North Carolina Wesleyan came back from as large as a 16-point deficit there, Mr. Mueller, and they come out to win on top by 7. 71-64. They prevailed to 2-0, and that's who the Lady Lions will be seeing tomorrow. But let's talk about this game. Kayla Johnson, 22 points, 2 for 7 from downtown. An incredible game from her. And she and Janae Goddard, really led that comeback for Wesleyan.
They really did. Honestly, Goddard coming off the bench right there just sparked a little bit of energy as she was able to get to the free throw line, convert, be near perfect in that third quarter, I believe. And then, even though Wesleyan was not hitting that outside shot, they were still able to follow it up with the offensive rebounds, stick with it, get the putbacks, and try to keep going the best they could.
Johnson had a game-high 22 points. However, Rye Whetstone for the Huntingdon Hawks, 17 points, including 9 from 11 from the free throw line. She played a great game in her own right. And, I mean, hey, the Lions are going to have to beat these Huntingdon Hawks later on in the season. Mm-hmm. What did you see from Huntingdon today that could potentially prevail them to some postseason play?
I saw a lot of just very poised action out there from the guards. I mean, there was a little bit of chaos here and there, but they were able to just control the ball, find the over-the-top to the looks to their post, and able to convert on them. And they were also able to get to the line consistently throughout the game, right there in that second half. They didn't have any in the first half, but one of the talks that was at the halftime was obviously to get to the line. They shot 23 free throws in the second half. I mean, they did a good job kind of responding, sticking with it, and they did a great job keeping up that energy that they had. They were up in the first half. They were able to kind of keep it, had a little bit of a lull, but they fought back into the game the best they could right there.
Also, I know it's never too early, or probably way too early to talk about postseason play, but in my opinion, it's never too early. Lady Lions, we know how well they played over the past 5-6 years under head coach Jamie Purdy. Do you think it's preposterous to say these Lady Lions might be battling it out with the battling Bishops from North Carolina Wesleyan for the USA South title this year in the championship game?
It's very possible. I could definitely see it. Wesleyan won their side last year. Lady Lions finished second, so there's a very good chance that we'll end up seeing both of these two teams in the postseason at some point, and we'll get a good glimpse of that action tomorrow night.
Yeah, it might have a preview for the USA South championship game tomorrow afternoon at 4 p.m. when Wesleyan takes on your Lady Lions. However, up next in about 22 minutes, the Lady Lions will take on the Cougars from Averett University. So we're going to take a break here. Make sure you take a break as well. Go get a water, go get a snack, whatever it is that you need. That's what Dalton Mueller and I are going to do. And then we'll be back for the Lady Lions and the Lady Cougars when they face off right here on Piedmont University Athletics on YouTube.